Brynlee is very outgoing, she's very headstrong, she is always happy. She loves her horses, and she loves to see them when they come up. She'll be riding one before too long. I had a fairly good pregnancy. Every checkup went really well.
I came in on Christmas Eve and was checking the baby, and everything had been normal to that point. But I did hear a heart murmur that day, and it seemed, like it might be a problem, so we decided to do what we call an echocardiogram.
With the new technology we have here at Shannon now, because of the Children's Miracle Network, the pediatric cardiologist called back and said that she was worried about what's called a coarctation of the aorta.
So Christmas Eve, this doctor in San Antonio, a pediatric cardiologist, looked at the echo and called me and said, hey, this might be more serious than we think, but I'm not sure. So could you bring him back tomorrow on Christmas Day and bring it and repeat the echo? Let's look at it a little more closely.
And the nurse called me and said, well, they found something, and we're going to need to fly her to San Antonio tonight. And I said, okay. She said, you need to turn around and come back right now.
Sure enough, after looking at it again, we decided, you know what, this might be a pretty serious situation.
This can be life-threatening. Here in the hospital at Shannon, her blood pressures in her arms and her legs were actually normal, so she still had good blood flow. But awaiting transfer, she started to drop her blood pressures, and by the time she got to San Antonio to go to the newborn ICU, she was almost into shock.
Once we got back from San Antonio, the first thing we did was we went to see our pediatrician, Dr. Sawyer, and he let us know that the cardiologist would be coming from San Antonio to San Angelo every Monday. And so we were able just to drive to San Angelo to Shannon to see our pediatrician and our cardiologist at the same time. It made one trip instead of having to drive 4 hours to San Antonio and 4 hours back. It's just a blessing to be able to do that, because you don't realize the time, the money, the everything.
Our newborn ICU gets continuing education from the funds from the Children's Miracle Network. It also has purchased all of our warmers for the babies, and also just money in general. The ability for us to purchase the technology for real-time echocardiogram basically saved Brynlee's life.
We've had a rough road. The past year's been very tough for our family. If they wouldn't have done everything that they could for us, I don't know where Brynlee would be. She's a miracle because she impresses me every day. She's growing like nothing ever went wrong.